Today I'll take you through the best food at Walt Disney World and at Universal Orlando. Looking forward to sharing with you some of my favorites in each and every park, in addition to Disney Springs, Universal Citywalk, and more locations throughout the theme parks. Let's get to it. Hey everyone, Dave K here today, sharing with you my favorite food, the best food, in my opinion, at Disney World and at Universal Studios Orlando. I'm going to go through each and every one of the theme parks, in addition to Citywalk, Universal Citywalk, and Disney Springs, and some of the resorts at Disney. This idea came to me as I was thinking about writing articles for my website. I've been creating blog posts, been trying to start off with a weekly basis on Wednesdays, but I have been putting out a couple extra. I just put out one this past Friday at the time of filming. I'm not sure if that'll be your Friday or the Friday before, but I've been pushing out some extra blog posts to get that website going, davekmedia.com, to start us off. And so I thought that'd be a nice blog post, and let me make it into a video as well so I can share it with you in this medium. If I haven't touched on it before, then I'm going to touch on some new venues, and if I have, then this will be an updated version, some more specific details of the different parks that have different venues that I really like to eat at. Starting it off with Disney's Magic Kingdom. If you find yourself at the classic Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World to see all of the original Disney imagination, you may enjoy Skipper Canteen for a table service dining experience. There's some fantastic food at Skipper Canteen. I absolutely love that steak. It was fantastic. The Dr. Falls steak, I believe it's called. They have since updated the Dr. Falls steak, but they have a variety of other delicious items as well. I loved those cheese puffs they had as an appetizer, so a variety of good items on the menu there at Skipper Canteen if you're looking for a table service to sit down and be entertained with some humor in the Magic Kingdom Park. In terms of quick service at the Magic Kingdom, I think I've got to give this one to Columbia Harbor House. Columbia Harbor House is a quick service venue. You can drop in, and it's got kind of that natural fish feeling, as if fishermen had just caught some of the delicious food you were about to eat, but they also have chicken and other dishes in case you're not a fan of seafood. But they also have chicken and other non-seafood in case you prefer land. But they also have chicken and other items in case you're not a fan of seafood. One thing I really want to try in the future at Columbia Harbor House is the chicken pot pie. I've heard fantastic things about the chicken pot pie, but I love to normally get the fish as well as the shrimp. The shrimp and chicken platter actually might be one of my favorites, and they have hush puppies as an option in addition to fries. So there's a whole bunch of different combo plates you can do, and you can see in one of my previous videos that I've been to Columbia Harbor House a few times, and I love to get that shrimp plate. I'm pretty sure the shrimp and the chicken is my favorite way to go. I can't say I'm blown out of the water, if you'll excuse the pun, by Columbia Harbor House. However, it is good food. If you're looking for quick service in the parks that's on the better side in the Magic Kingdom, that one would be my favorite. At Hollywood Studios, the competition can be fierce, with a variety of fantastic restaurants available to you. However, I've got to give first place to the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. I love the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater for a variety of burgers. Yes, I know you're thinking, there's so many options out there, Dave. Burgers? But a lot of these different venues have different food items. I just feel like the burgers are especially well done at the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. I love the ambiance there, and they have other dishes as well, pasta, and the milkshakes are definitely worth trying as well. If you're a milkshake fan and a fan of unique flavored burgers and sci-fi movies in a car, then you might enjoy the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. I've got to give some honorable mentions out in Hollywood Studios for table service because there's so many great ones. I'm going to say that Brown Derby is another fantastic table service option at Hollywood Studios if you're looking for something a little bit more of a classy feeling, and if you want a closer view of maybe the projections on the Chinese theater at the end of the night. I want to say Docking Bay 7 might actually be a quick service, but you go up to the counter and get your food, but they have seating all throughout Docking Bay 7, so I guess I'm pretty sure that qualifies as a quick service. But it's a great one. I loved all of the dishes that I tried at Docking Bay 7, and I'm sure I'll get to try some more of Docking Bay 7 in the future. And that's in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I'll tell you, my number one favorite in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is Ronto Roasters. That Ronto wrap is just such a classic for me. If you're looking for my favorite quick service in Hollywood Studios, again, there's plenty of honorable mentions, including Woody's Lunchbox has some great items as well. But I gotta give it to the Ronto wrap at Ronto Roasters for the number one quick service item at Hollywood Studios. At the Animal Kingdom, there's my number one favorite table service at all of Disney World, and I would say at the time of filming, at all of the theme parks, and that would be Yak and Yeti. Whoa, Yak and Yeti. Amazingly delicious. Such great items there. But my favorite one at the time of filming is the Dragon Roll Bowl. It's like a deconstructed sushi roll bowl with all of your favorite items, some spicy in there if you like the wasabi. You've got a variety of different seafood and fish meat, and then of course some of those classic staples of a sushi roll like avocado. So I've got to try the quick service there as well at Yak and Yeti. I can't say that I've tried many quick service at Animal Kingdom, so it would be challenging for me to give you a recommendation on that one. But there's a couple I do want to try in the future, including Satuli Canteen and, of course, the Animal Kingdom's Yak and Yeti quick service version. However, if I'm just looking to grab a quick bite on the go, you know that Night Blossom, that sugary, delicious lime and raspberry flavored Night Blossom? If you're looking for an unhealthy but sugary, delicious slushy, is really, really good, in addition to the pineapple lumpia that they offer in Pandora World of Avatar at Animal Kingdom. And for Disney's final theme park at the time of filming, we've got Epcot. And I feel like Epcot's a little bit challenging, especially right now with so many of our favorite venues coming down or closing due to construction taking place. So you know I would have touched on the electric umbrella for quick service, but unfortunately that has since closed, so I can't point out that one, but there are other options here for you. Le Cellier does have a table service, and I want to say at the time of thinking about it, at the time of filming, that's probably my top choice for table service at Epcot, but of all the table service that I've touched on, that's probably one of the last in all the theme parks here that I would go to. I feel like it was good, but it wasn't necessarily worth it for the price. It's steaks, and if you're a big fan of steaks, great, but they can be quite expensive, as you may already know, and I definitely feel like that's the case at Le Cellier, so price is something to be considered there, which kind of takes away from my review at Le Cellier. In terms of quick service at Epcot, you've got a couple top contenders here. Fish and chips in England are fantastic. I always love fish and chips. And you've got to try in Les Halles in France. They've got a delicious bakery, including some croissant sandwiches, which are way up there for me for quick service at Epcot. I realize I didn't even dive into the dining at the water parks, but you'd be surprised. There's some amazing food at water parks, both Volcano Bay at Universal and Typhoon Lagoon Blizzard Beach at Disney. Really surprisingly good food. Maybe I'll make a later video about that. Let me know what you think. But now I'm going to dive into resorts here. Another all-time favorite. Actually, is Yak and Yeti number one, or is this a competitor with it? It's Sanaa. I absolutely love Sanaa table service at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Some amazing food. You got to get that bread service. And I love the brie. Brie's a personal favorite for me. It's kind of like a pita roll with a sausage on it, but there's so many great options. They have burgers as well. Really unique flavors, kind of African Indian flavors. If you like to try some new flavors, new styles, I think it's worth checking out. And I haven't been to Boma in quite a while as well at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, but I remember it being quite good last time I went. So that's another one I'd like to catch up on one of these days. That one's a buffet style table service. At the Wilderness Lodge, you can find a very unique quick service or table service dining experience at the Geyser Point. They've got the Bison Burger, which is my go-to burger at Geyser Point. Every time I'm there, Bison Burger with that sauce, it happens every time. I'm telling you, every time I get that Bison Burger. One of these days, I want to try something new. I'm going to get that same sauce. They have the Marion berry sauce. I'm going to get that same sauce. Maybe try to pour it on the spicy chicken sandwich next time. Sounds so good. But really do love that Bison Burger at Geyser Point. Wow. And those sauces really do make it. At the Polynesian, we have two epic contenders. Two amazingly delicious food venues. We've got Ohana as a table service, which is an all-you-can-eat, but also kind of family-style dining where they bring food to you, and they've got it on sticks, and it's a very unique dining experience. I made a whole video about it. In case you're not familiar with Ohana, make sure you check that one out. Really delicious, amazing food. All this fresh meat off of these skewers, and they bring you dishes again of salad and appetizers and dessert. Really great stuff. Can be a little bit on the expensive side, but this one's so worth it, in my opinion, comparatively to, for example, Le Cellier, where the steak is that much smaller and it's not all you can eat for that same price. Definitely a top contender at Polynesian for a table service. And then you've got a quick service amazing at Polynesian too, which is Captain Cook's. I love those nachos. They've got some delicious nachos at Captain Cook's, but again, so many of the items at Captain Cook's are worth checking out, so can't go wrong there either. I haven't tried it all, but most of it is quite good. Contemporary also has a table service and a quick service I can recommend. The Wave down in the basement or on the ground floor of the Contemporary features some amazingly delicious cuisine, really fantastic flavors there. all kinds of dishes that you may be interested in, more fancy kind of meats, and all, again, you just got to check out the menu and see all the great offerings they have. They've got kind of that traditional menu, and you also have kind of the bar where they serve appetizers and other unique platters, not the full course dining, but again, a variety of options depending upon where you're seated. And then Contempo Cafe has a delicious burger as well. Love that Contempo Smokehouse burger with kind of a barbecue-y sauce going on. Gotta love that deliciousness up there. So if you're looking for a quick burger in the Contemporary, that's the one in my opinion. And for some honorable mentions here. The honorable mentions aren't quite meals, but more just delicious treats. We've got Ample Hills at the Boardwalk for some amazing ice cream. Truly fantastic. And then, of course, one of my favorite milkshake places at the time of filming, the Swan and Dolphin, has an unbelievable milkshake and ice cream venue as well. So Ample Hills and Swan and Dolphin, boom, both winners if you're looking for some ice cream and some sweets. Disney Springs has some great dining as well. Planet Hollywood has to be one of my favorites at the time of filming that I can think of in terms of table service at Disney Springs, and they have an amazing Guy Fieri burger. Also, the ambiance is really great as well, so it's worth checking out, kind of seeing and getting a feel for that Hollywood feel, and then trying some delicious burgers there. And then you've got Earl of Sandwich. Earl of Sandwich is a classic quick service. You may see this in other parts of the world as well, including Disneyland, and just at general rest stops as you're driving from different states one another. I feel like I've seen them in my travels before. But Earl of Sandwich has some amazing, delicious sandwiches. Again, unique flavors. I love that pineapple barbecue sandwich, always delicious. I'm a big pineapple fan personally. So there's so many variety sandwiches you can get at Earl of Sandwich. Great flavors going on there. I gotta give an honorable mention here to Deluxe Burger for quick service. They did good. They did me good last time I was there. The shake was really good. But I gotta try some more burgers, see if I can get a better flavor. Mike told me there were some other burgers there I gotta try, which are even better. Now, to make our way to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure to discuss my favorite dining at those two theme parks. Starting off with Islands of Adventure, the Three Broomsticks quick service in the world of Harry Potter is the one. It's the one, I'm telling you, like night and day over a lot of these other places. My go-to there is the fish and chips. I've had a couple of different items, and they're all fantastic, but fish and chips is just unbelievable from Harry Potter, fantastic. And you try to try that hot butterbeer. In my opinion, the best butterbeer is the hot butterbeer, followed by the frozen butterbeer, and then just the cold one. I'm not a big fan of that cold one. Kind of just seems like soda to me, versus you get a slushy with the frozen one, and then the hot one is almost like a delicious hot tea with some deliciously butterscotch flavor to it. So definitely recommend the Three Broomsticks at Islands of Adventure. But if you're looking for my runner-up, I'll tell you, it's a seasonal quick service, which you may not normally find throughout the traditional year. Very hard to find this one open. But I really enjoyed the Green Eggs and Ham Cafe. Again, open so rarely, and I can see kind of why, because when I was there and when it was open, it was so rare to see anyone buying food at the Green Eggs and Ham Cafe, and I'm not sure why that was the case. I don't know why no one was getting food there. Maybe it's just an inconvenient location for people to be getting food from. But again, I really enjoy that hash, and they've got a whole bunch of hash brown type food items. The Green Eggs and Ham one. Next time I'm going to try that pizza one. So many great options. In terms of table service in Islands of Adventure, I really need to keep trying. I feel like Citrico's would be worth trying. I love that kind of look to it at the front of the theme park, but I haven't had the chance quite yet. Mythos Restaurant was not bad, but I was expecting to be blown away. It's been rated the top dining venue, top table service in all theme parks, and I wasn't as blown away by that one dish that I had when I went to rate it top dining venue in all theme parks. So we'll have to try that again in the future. It was good, but it wasn't as amazing as some of these others I've touched on. And at Universal Studios Orlando, can you guess what my favorite quick service is? Can you guess? If you didn't already know, you know it was the Three Broomsticks at Islands of Adventure. We're going over to the Leaky Cauldron in the world of Harry Potter as well, over at Universal Studios Orlando. I'm telling you that Harry Potter food, in addition to the theming and the rides, are so well done. I absolutely loved the Toad in the Hole that I had, and that one's actually, I'm saying quick service, but I think it's actually kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like a table service, because they point you towards a table, and someone comes by and checks on you, and they got us water as well. So it's kind of an interesting setup in that way, where you order your food at the counter, take it back to the table, but you also have someone checking in on you, and they sat you at different tables. Either way, food was fantastic. That's the one in Universal Studios Orlando for me. And there's so much more to try as well. I heard there was some fantastic ice cream in Universal Studios in some of those different theme parks, and I gotta try more of the delicious restaurants, table service, and quick service there as well. But now I'm gonna take you over to Citywalk and tell you some of my favorites at Citywalk at the time of filming. Again, have yet to be really blown away by any of the dining at Citywalk, unfortunately. Disney still has the lead for me in terms of best dining venues, in terms of quick service, table service at the theme parks, Disney Springs, or in the Universal Citywalk area. But you do have some good options at Universal. And at Citywalk, for me, it's Chocolate Emporium and Cowfish both have things going for them. They're both table service venues, and they have good food, but I haven't been blown away necessarily by either one quite yet. I feel like Cowfish has the potential to make a comeback and blow me away. I did enjoy that sandwich that I had at Cowfish quite a bit, but it wasn't amazing, that burgushi. So next time I want to try just the burger or just the sushi and see how that comes out, because I feel like Cowfish has the potential to be the clear winner here. However, Chocolate Emporium has some great burgers as well. I loved some of those different burgers that I've tried, fantastic flavors all across that menu, and of course, I love that cookie jar milkshake there. So depending upon what you're looking for, you got some options there too. Of course, don't forget Voodoo Donuts if you're looking for some sweets. I liked the stuffed one. It was the Voodoo Doll donut. He was the best one in terms of donuts at Voodoo Donuts. So this completes my deep dive in terms of the different venues in Disney World and at Universal Studios Resort in Orlando in terms of some of my favorite places to eat at both theme parks and at both worlds. What do you think of this review? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and let me know that you liked it. And if you haven't already, of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed of future adventures. Again, would love to hear from you in terms of the different dining venues you'd like to see me try, your favorites at both Disney and at Universal in the future. There's so much more to try. I haven't had enough, nearly enough, especially right now. I want to get back out there and eat some deliciousness. But I could even stop off right now and hit up some Chewies. I would love some Chewies or some Pei Wei. So many of my favorite local spots that aren't even in theme parks, which are delicious as well. So much food I'm looking forward to getting back to really, really soon. Thank you again for being a part of it with me today, and until next time, play on. Today, I'll take you through roll of sandwich. I'm pretty sure that qualifies as a quick service, but it's a great one. I loved having the... I can't say that I've tried many quick service at Yak and Yet.